Today I want to talk about how to avoid getting hurt. And in order to prevent this, you need to somewhat keep your guard up and position yourself in a way that you're the one in charge. You can't let other people take the wheel when it comes to your relationships or anything in your life, really. You have to know what you want out of it, not what they want out of it. So you kind of just need to know what you want from your friendships, what you want from your romantic relationships, etc. If you're watching a movie and you're like, I wish my friends were more like that, then maybe you need to change your friendship dynamic. Or if you look at other couples and you think, oh, I wish my romance was like that, then I had this planned out perfectly in my head, but I'm kind of struggling to phrase myself now. When it comes to friends, there's a time for everything. Whatever it is, make sure you're not just a giver, you're also a receiver. Why did I make that sound so weird? Pay attention to how you feel around people. Who are you the most happy with? Who are you the most comfortable with? And who do you just, get good energy from? Just make sure that there's a balance here and that you're not, just giving and giving, so that you're not the one that everyone can talk to but you don't have anyone to talk to. Make sure you're getting something back. I have this bad habit where I expect way more of myself than I expect from other people, which is not healthy, and I'm trying to move away from that. But it's the same with how you wouldn't want to see your friends in a bad relationship or in a bad friendship. You wouldn't want to see that, and you wouldn't tolerate it for them. So you shouldn't tolerate it for you. It's a lot easier to tell someone that, oh, you shouldn't be friends with this person or you shouldn't be in a relationship with this person, than to confront your own relationships. This becomes even more important when you're dating, because usually your romantic partner or partners take up more of your time and more space in your life. And you see this so often where someone, goes on a date and they're looking for a relationship. Then they meet someone and you talk to them after and they're like, oh, we're just gonna see how it goes. Like, they're not really looking for a relationship. And then you're molding your whole relationship, which is a big part of your life, after what they want and not after what you want, which is a huge issue because it's about you first. I've seen this multiple times, and I'm sure you all have as well, where someone starts dating when they don't want to date because the other person wants to date, or they start dating someone they're not interested in because the other person is interested in them, so they start dating them even though that's not what they want. And you know what happens a lot of the times when you let someone else decide what you're getting out of a relation, you're gonna get hurt. That's what I mean about not letting the other person decide. If you're looking for commitment and the other person isn't looking for commitment, and then suddenly you're fine with no commitment, that's not how it works. That's not what you want deep down. That's not what you're fine with. Don't be a settler. Another area where it's important that you get what you actually want and not just settle for whatever is sex, which can also play a huge part in a friendship or a relationship or whoever you have sex with. I'm lucky enough to be from a country with pretty good sex ed, but even there we didn't learn properly that, oh, communication is super important, and both of you getting what you want, both of you feeling satisfied with the situation and all of that. It's not really stressed enough, and you don't really get any tools on how to communicate and experiment and work your way to good sex, because when it's talked about in sex ed and when you're learning about it, it sounds like, oh, it's just automatically gonna be great. I have nothing against Little Mix or their music or anything, but in their song Shout Out to My Ex, they sing about their ex dating someone new, and then it's something like, I hope she's getting better sex, I hope she's not faking it like I did. And every time I hear that line, it just cringes me out so much. I know this is just a song, it's not supposed to be educational, but it's just such a good example of this, that if you choose to fake it instead of communicating with your partner, then how are they gonna know? If you're pretending to enjoy something, why would they question you enjoying it? So be aware, be present in everything, pay attention to how you feel, pay attention to what makes you happy. You really have to be your own best supporter, because your best interest is your job first of all. Yes, other people should make you happy, but you have to take that responsibility yourself. You have to be in charge, and you have to make sure that you're getting what you want and that your relationships are fulfilling to you. It's not someone else's job, and it's also not something that they can just know if you don't communicate it and if you don't even know it yourself. I'm sure we're all super tired of either ourselves getting hurt and then being a bit like, why did I even do that? Why was I even, with that person? Why was I even in that friendship? Why did I put myself in that situation? And then you realize it's not even something you wanted in the first place, but you did it and you kind of knew that it was wrong, but you still went with them, or, hung out with them, spent time with them, invested yourself in them, and it went wrong because it wasn't right. And not even just ourselves, but you're probably hella tired of watching it happen to your friends all the time as well, because it does. There's of course course, there's different levels to this. Oh, the ambulance made me forget what I was saying. I know different things work for different people, but I don't think the, oh, let's just see what happens attitude is healthy and gives, you know, the results that you want. Your time is precious and you need to spend it with the people that really give something back, because you're giving them the most valuable thing you have. You're giving them your time, and I don't take that lightly at all. But in order to kind of secure your time a little better, you need to know what you want. That is it for today. I shall see you next Friday. Keep with the good vibes. Bye.